I'm Rachel Hernandez, real estate investor turned mobile home investor and best-selling author. I make a living investing in mobile homes for cash flow for long-term passive income. After many mistakes and lessons learned, I've been able to create the kind of life where I can do the types of things I want to do, not have to do. I created the Adventures in Mobile Homes podcast to share with you what I've learned so you can spend more time with family, friends, and do things you love. Mobile home investing can help you get there. If you want to hear real stories with practical and actionable advice you can use from someone who's been in the trenches and who's still investing today to create the type of life you love, then you're in the right place. Let's get started. Well, hello, and welcome to the Adventures in Mobile Homes podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Hernandez, aka Mobile Home Girl of AdventuresInMobileHomes.com. Thank you so much for joining me here on the 35th episode of the podcast. Now, just in case you missed it, be sure to tune in to the last episode where I talk about how to make money with mobile homes when it comes to your mobile home investing business. As I went over in that episode, there are many ways to make money as a mobile home investor. What you do, whether it be to buy and hold for cash flow or build up cash to eventually buy mobile home properties, will depend on your goals and where you're at financially. And a lot of techniques that I talked about can be applied to any asset class in real estate. But the one factor that does separate mobile homes from other real estate asset classes is that they are mobile, meaning you can move these homes to other locations if you want. So this offers more flexibility and more options as a mobile home investor. No longer are you limited to having your homes in just one location. If you can move them, then it opens up your options. You can't really do this with a single-family home or an apartment building. So, if you missed that episode and would like to learn more, you can find that episode along with the show notes at www.adventuresinmobilehomes.com/34. And that is the number 34. But today, I want to talk about a question that I get a lot from folks. And that is, are Lonnie deals dead? And this is something that I get asked a lot from other people who are concerned and just starting out as mobile home investors. Now, if you don't know what a Lonnie deal is, we'll get to that. But the reason why I get this question so much is because the laws have changed since Lonnie's time when it comes to offering up your homes using seller financing as a mobile home investor. And with these laws come more regulation and scrutiny when buying and selling these homes using owner financing. So today, I'm going to answer the question, are Lonnie deals dead? And talk about what has changed as a mobile home investor when selling homes using owner financing due to these laws. But before we move on, let's hear a word from our sponsor. Hey there, Rachel here. Are you a mobile home investor wanting to sell your homes using owner financing? As Lonnie Scruggs, the godfather of mobile home investing, taught and did himself as a mobile home investor? Are you in it for the long haul, investing in mobile homes as a real estate investor? Well, if you are, then there are two laws that you need to be aware of if you're doing business in the United States as a mobile home investor: the SAFE Act and Dodd-Frank. Now, both of these laws came about as a result of the subprime mortgage crisis that happened between 2007 and 2010, which contributed to the global financial crisis that happened between 2007 and 2008. And these events eventually led to the Great Recession that happened between 2007 and 2009. So, before all of this, there weren't as many restrictions when it came to offering your homes on owner financing as a real estate investor. Though, as a result of both of these laws that were passed, the SAFE Act and Dodd-Frank, as mobile home investors, we've had to change the way we do business and how we do business when going this route and offering up your homes using seller financing as a real estate investor. Now, over this past year, I've been working on a course specifically for mobile home investors on both of these laws, the SAFE Act and Dodd-Frank. And in this course, I go over exactly what you need to know and what options you can take as a mobile home investor to be compliant with these laws. So, if you want to get more information about the SAFE Act and Dodd-Frank, and you're ready to learn more so that you can be compliant with the law when it comes to investing in mobile homes and continuing your journey as a mobile home investor, then check out my new course, What You Need to Know About Dodd-Frank and the SAFE Act. Go to www.adventuresinmobilehomes.com/SAFE Act Dodd-Frank course, all one word, for more information. Again, www.adventuresinmobilehomes.com/SAFE Act Dodd-Frank course. Sign up today to get the information that you need so that you can learn how to stay compliant with the law and be a successful mobile home investor. Now, back to the show. Okay, first things first. Before I get into anything, let's talk about what exactly is a Lonnie deal and who is Lonnie in the first place. So, Lonnie Scruggs is considered the godfather of mobile home investing. And by the way, he was my personal mentor. And he created the system of buying mobile homes using all cash, meaning there was no mortgage on them, and then selling them using owner financing to end buyers who intended to live in them. So, when he sold these homes, basically, he would take a small down payment and collect monthly payments with interest until the home was paid off. These were small notes he created for all of the mobile homes that he bought and sold. So, that's his basic formula. And as a side note, if you'd like to learn more about Lonnie himself and more about mobile home investing, you may want to check out episode 19, What is Mobile Home Investing? which I'll link up here in the show notes. Getting back to it, these types of deals that Lonnie did, meaning buying these mobile homes for cash and then selling them using owner financing, well, they soon became known and called as a Lonnie deal. And that's basically what they are in a nutshell. So when someone talks about doing Lonnie deals, now you know what they are. Now, these types of deals worked for Lonnie throughout his career, though laws changed as a result of the subprime mortgage crisis that occurred between 2007 and 2010, which created the SAFE Act and Dodd-Frank. So, what changed? Well, under the passage of the SAFE Act and Dodd-Frank, it changed the way mobile home investors can offer up their homes for sale using seller financing. Before, when Lonnie Scruggs, again, the godfather of mobile home investing, when he bought mobile homes and he sold them, owner financing wasn't an issue. You could pretty much do what you wanted to do and structure your deals how you wanted as a seller using owner financing. Basically, the deal was between you and the buyer. Nothing more, nothing less. But with these two laws, the SAFE Act and Dodd-Frank, now the government has stepped in. Now they are telling us how we, as mobile home investors, can sell our homes using owner financing and requiring more paperwork and regulation to do it. Yes, Lonnie deals can still be done, though the way they can be done under Dodd-Frank and the SAFE Act has changed. No longer can you just put the paperwork together yourself, as Lonnie did when buying and selling homes using owner financing. Now, there are rules and regulations that you must follow when doing these types of deals to be compliant with the law. So, what exactly can mobile home investors do? Well, if you're planning to invest in mobile homes and sell them using owner financing, as Lonnie did, then the best thing to do is to get educated about Dodd-Frank and the SAFE Act. Read up all you can on the subject because you'll need to do business under these laws and stay compliant. Now, as a side note, I dedicated an entire episode on the subject, episode 32, SAFE Act and Dodd-Frank for mobile home investors, if you'd like to check it out. And I'll link it up here in the show notes. So no, the sky is not falling. Unfortunately, there are a lot of real estate investors out there telling people that you can no longer do Lonnie deals, meaning buying and selling mobile homes using owner financing. But that's not true. These deals can still be done, though it's just the way that you do these deals and the paperwork and documentation needed to do these deals that has changed. The government is now involved, and there is now regulation when doing these types of deals. So, as a mobile home investor, you need to know exactly what and how you can structure your deals to be compliant with the law. Now, if you've already listened to episode 32, SAFE Act and Dodd-Frank for mobile home investors, and you're ready to take the next step to learn more about what you can do and how you can structure your deals when buying and selling homes using owner financing, then definitely check out episode 33, Dodd-Frank and SAFE Act course for mobile home investors, where I talk about my new course on the subject. I'll link it up here in the show notes if you'd like to check it out. So there you have it. My answer to the question, are Lonnie deals dead? As you can see, now that you know what a Lonnie deal is, if you're new to mobile home investing, you can still do them. Again, it's just the way that you do them that has changed. It's no longer just about you as a seller selling your mobile home to a buyer using owner financing the old way, like an end-to-end transaction. Now, the government is involved due to the subprime mortgage crisis and has created these laws, both the SAFE Act and Dodd-Frank, in order to protect consumers so that history doesn't repeat itself. So it's important to know that there's so much misinformation out there, especially when it comes to doing these types of deals, aka Lonnie deals. And if you'd like to read more, I wrote an article on this subject called Are Lonnie Deals Dead?, which I'll link up here in the show notes. Getting back to it, the key is to get educated and learn more about these two laws, the SAFE Act and Dodd-Frank, and know what you can and can't do as a mobile home investor to comply with these laws when offering up your homes using owner financing. Because the last thing you want to do is do things that you can't do and not be compliant with these laws, which will get you into trouble. Because honestly, there are heavy consequences if these matters ever go to court, which will cost more time and more money. So, as a mobile home investor, take the time now to study these two laws, and if you need, get the education to learn about them, to know how you can comply with them to avoid any issues down the road. Because no one wants to be stuck in court or in a lawsuit. Not fun and not worth your time. Take the steps now and take precaution, because your time is valuable and it should be spent doing deals, not stuck in court. So what did you think? Did this episode help you as a mobile home investor? I hope so. If you've enjoyed the show and find value with it, please consider supporting the show. I've really enjoyed this podcasting journey so far, and it's something that I've always wanted to do. I'll include a link in the show notes on how you can support me if you'd like to check it out. For more information on this episode, check out the show notes where I link up some of the resources mentioned here. You can find it at www.adventuresonmobilehomes.com/35. And that is the number 35. Again, www.adventuresonmobilehomes.com/35. And if you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to share it with family and friends. And be sure to follow me and subscribe. If you have some time, I'd love to hear your feedback through a short Apple Podcast review. Until next time, this is Rachel Hernandez, aka Mobile Home Girl of the Adventures in Mobile Homes podcast, signing off. Thanks for tuning in.